All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So we got some minor Jets roster news to talk about. Joe Douglas active on the first day of Jets training camp. Of course, the first practice is tomorrow, but I think right off the bat, we talked a little bit about this in the Craig James video. It's important that Joe Douglas is still on the phone, still making moves, really trying to round out this team. He's not looking at it, from just the starters perspective. He's really trying to make sure the 53 guys that make this team are the best 53 possible. And it's really important, if somebody goes down with an injury, if somebody gets suspended, whatever the case may be, what happened last year. Jets lost a bunch of games. A big reason why is because we just didn't really have the depth behind the starters, okay? The Carl Lawsons of the world, the Mekhi Bectons, Marcus May, Corey Davis. I mean, injury after injury, it was crazy. So it's looking like Joe Douglas is bringing in wide receiver / return man, former 4-year starter James Madison, Rashard Davis, now 5'9", 175 to 180 pounds, right in that range. So a short little wide receiver, obviously excels in the return game, and he actually got a lot of playing time as a slot wide receiver back in college. So it's interesting, because you look at the wide receiver room right now, and obviously the top, I want to say 4 or 5 slots are locked in, especially with Jeff Smith really coming onto the scene in mandatory minicamp, everything like that, and even, the last training camp period. So, wide receiver, I think it's going to be a tough position to kind of crack, especially if you want to get into that top 5, and that's not even including Denzel Mims. Okay, so there's a lot of bodies here, but I think really this move is going to be more so a special teams type of move, maybe a backup punt return, backup kick return. And right now, I do really like the depth at the return position as well. I mean, Berrios can do it. Garrett Wilson can do it. Like, I feel good about both of those spots. But again, just addressing depth here. Now, a couple of interesting points that I recently found out. Davis was the first overall pick for the skill players in the XFL back in 2020, and then he obviously elected to not go to the XFL. And then last season, he actually led the USFL right down the street in Tampa here in return yardage. Okay, he spent a lot of time with a bunch of different NFL teams: the Eagles, the Raiders, the Tennessee Titans, CFL. Chiefs as well, and then of course the USFL. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, go Jets.